Sis, if you're waiting on your job to fund your retirement, you're already behind. Your job wasn't designed to make you wealthy, only keep you comfortable enough to stay. Relying on your 401k alone is basically outsourcing your retirement future to a company that can replace you tomorrow. But you've done that. I'm Dakota Grady, DG Money Coach, and I'm all about helping you to master your finances. Let's dive into the conversation. So you got a 401k. How's it going? Drop in the chat below if you feel comfortable about that or you feel like you won't have enough when you retire. Drop in the chat below. Today we're discussing what you need to do in addition to your 401k for your job, because some of you are waiting on your job to fund your retirement and maybe even waiting on Social Security or Social Insecurity as a backup plan if you don't retire with enough in your 401k. So here's the first thing you need to do. I think it's a mindset shift from job-dependent retirement to a self-created wealth mindset. Let me explain. So when you have a job, you are going to work, clock in, do your job, and you're not worried about all the ins and outs. You collect the check, right? You're not worried about making a phone call to the client, try to get more business, draw up business. You're not worried about the things, unless you're in sales, that's different, but you're not focused on being entrepreneurial, right? You're not focused on that. Your job is going to take care of you, right? So you've been at a company 10, 15 years, and you feel comfortable, and you don't think that you could get fired. And wrong answer. The only way you don't get fired from your job is if you own the job and you have clients who are paying you consistently. That's the only way you don't get fired from a job. Otherwise, if you're an employee, frontline worker, supervisor, or manager, you don't own the company. So I need you to transform and change your thoughts about your job and see yourself as self-employed, meaning take responsibility for your retirement. But when you think about entrepreneurial, think about the way like, how can I fund my retirement without relying on my job? When I was working for a small company, my last job, it was the beginning of the pandemic, and I had been there for about 3 years. Went to my office that morning, like a regular work day. No one really said anything to me much. Then later that morning, my boss came in, one of the owners came in, my supervisor came in, and they fired me. After being loyal for 3 years, worked hard, going in. I went in one time, and it had been a tornado in the area. I didn't even know about it. That's how loyal I was. But the whole point is I was loyal, and I got fired from my job. So before that, though, I already had, which is number 2 I'm going to recommend doing, is a Roth IRA. Change your mindset first. Think about you creating your own retirement outside of your job, because you can lose it anytime. And secondly, create a Roth IRA outside of your job. Now, if you have the ability to have a 401k and a Roth IRA, what you can do it. Because when I had my job, I still had a Roth IRA. So when I left South Carolina the first time, moved to Oklahoma, and I basically took my money out of my 401k, put it into a Roth IRA, and I paid the taxes up front, because a Roth IRA doesn't have taxes until you actually, a traditional 401k has taxes when you take money out of it. So when I withdrew the money and took it and put it into the Roth IRA, I pay taxes on it. The Roth is not growing tax-free, meaning when I take the money out of it, I won't pay taxes. So think about getting a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA outside of your job. That way you have more control over your investment opposed to having your job control it. Now, if you do, again, have a 401k opportunity, invest in it, get the match, and do the 401k or the Roth IRA outside of your job. The third thing I'm going to say to you is start a business, whether it be a side hustle. I'll tell you why. When I was working for people, I lost 4 jobs within a 7-year time frame, right? 4 jobs. I'm a loyal kind of person, so I was loyal to these companies, giving them my all, but I wasn't meeting their standards, apparently. But now I have more control of my life, because I'm able to call clients, get clients on my own, but I haven't to go interview people. I'm still interviewing people, but it's the opposite side of the coin. Because when you go look for a job, you're interviewing for somebody to hire you for something, right? When I go look for clients to hire me, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing it for myself as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. So you have more control of your life when you work for yourself opposed to working for somebody else. Now, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, but you can still have a side hustle, get more income. Why not get more income so you can be able to invest more And again, I'm thinking about entrepreneurial. I grew up in a family who didn't know about entrepreneurship. My mom and dad worked jobs, so the mindset for me had to be changed, had to be shifted. It shifted when I moved to Oklahoma, and now I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years on my own. So it's a mindset change from being an employee to entrepreneur to taking responsibility for your life. Create assets, like digital assets, a course, a book, ebook, audiobook. You have different things you can create and sell on the side without you having to work for them. Put the work up front, put it out there in the world, market it, get people to buy it. Make sure it meets a need, a solution to a problem, and they'll come back. Right? They'll tell people about your product or service, and hopefully they'll come back. So I want to encourage you to take this information and follow me for part 2, because we're not doing broke for retirement in this season. Watch that video. I'll see you there.